That song is Speechless by Stephen Fitzgerald. And you guys need to stand up, I noticed that. So, I still remember actually the first time I ever heard that song. I was a student at the Anza Community College, as far as we call it up there, UC Cupertino. And I was, I think it was a Friday. It was like the spring of 1999. And I woke up that morning. At the time, I was seeing this girl, all right, and she was a student at UC Davis, but she had a couple days off school. So she was, I can't remember all this because she was down in, back in the Bay Area. She was staying with a friend of hers in Salinas, California, all right. I got up that morning, and I just felt like, you know what? I don't want to go to school. I'm just not in the mood to go to school today. And I paged her. This was before cell phones. I paged her, and she called me back, and I said, I don't feel like going to school. You want to hang out? She said, sure. Okay. So I started driving down to Salinas, which is about an hour south of San Jose, 1 hour the way I drive. And about halfway there, she paged me. This was before cell phones, so we had pager code, right? So in pager code, she wrote, I'm sorry I can't make it. Something came up. So I turned back, and I was on my way up to, and the way you get to San Jose from Salinas, and by the way, yes, the story does have a point. The way you get to San Jose from Salinas was you go the 101 North, which goes to the 85 North, and then my exit is Almaden Expressway, all right? So about a mile south of Almaden Expressway, I heard this song for the first time, and his new album was coming out, right? So I was, and he has this very distinct sound that I could tell like a mile away, right? And so at first I didn't recognize it, but then I realized, oh crap, that's a new Stephen Curtis Chapman song, right? So I turned it up, and I fell in love with the song. So that's the first time I heard the song as I was exiting onto Almaden Expressway in 85, as I was coming home from a failed trip to see my girl. I can remember things like that because things like that, like memories like that may seem kind of pointless to you, but they serve a kind of a point in my life when I look back on them. And I think about, like, for example, that girl. She actually ended up having a pretty significant part in my life. And I think back on things like that, and I just kind of look back on what I used to be. A guy who cut school. I never cut school anymore, of course not. But like I think back on how I used to be back then, and how I am now, and the things that have changed. And I'm a firm believer. I don't know if this is psychology or philosophy I'm about to get into, but I'm a firm believer that whatever we are today is a result of all the things that we've had in the past. And I like to look back on those kind of memories and wonder, how did that change the way that I am now? What might I be if that hadn't happened to me? And these are the kind of thoughts that were going through my mind as I wrote this next song. This is a pretty recent song. I wrote this song like 3 months ago, and this song is called If Ever I Forget, and it's about how just we are the result of everything we've been, and if we apply that into our Christian lives, part of what we used to be is that we were once sinners. We were once apart from God, and that is, even if we one day forget what that's like, that will always be part of us. That will always be part of who we are. And so, the song is called If Ever I Forget. I close my eyes and dream my dreams of things unknown, of worlds unseen. 'Cause when morning comes and finds me there, they will fade from memories. Reflections of my longings, they may be. As I await what's left behind, reminds me still passing times, all all the things that you have brought me through, and have led me safely, are part of me though disappear. But I'll still be here if ever I forget. Come, Lord, see, am I all you meant me to be? Or am I just all the things that living life has done in me? I close my eyes with no regrets, that I'll still wait